to my channel. I don't know why I always do this, but I quite like it. Anyway, I've been asked a few times now to recreate a look I put up on Instagram a few weeks ago, i.e. this one. So, it's October, and I love October. Anything to do with Halloween or autumn, just my thing. So I thought, why not? So here I am. I'm just gonna go through a few things on how I recreated this. It was really simple, really quick and easy. I don't think any of you will have any problems. It's very drag. I love it. Anyway, my last video was me banging on about lots of really sad things. So this one's not going to be a sad video. This is going to have a little bit about me, mainly about this. I mean, yeah, I hope it works out. I suppose we'd best get on with it then, really. Let's do it. And we're back to being up close and personal with my face when it looks like crap. Anywho, let's just get on with it. I think I'm going to start with primer. I'm going to use all different products from my video yesterday because you've seen them now. You don't really want to see it away, do you? Don't want to see it again. Start with number 7 Airbrush Away primer. And I'm going to try really hard not to talk about my kids today. Apologise if you fell asleep during yesterday's video. But hey ho, what can you do? So I'm just going to do a really simple green smoky eye. And it's actually really quick and easy, and I love this for Halloween, but I guess you could definitely wear it at Christmas as well, green and red, if you're going to like a party, which we're probably not going to be going to this year. Maybe next year, or if you just fancy getting dressed up. Foundation is the new Born This Way Matte 24 Hour, and I've got the shade Golden Beige. Which is a slightly too dark for me, but makes me look tanned, so I can't really moan. The brush I'm using is a kabuki brush by a company called Kobe. I think it's C-O-A-B-E. It does stand for something, but I can't remember what it is. The lady who owns the company is really lovely. And I love this brush. I thought it's been pretty good actually. Quite easy to use. As you can see, it's covering up what it needs to cover up. I'm really sorry if you can hear my neighbour's dogs barking away in the background, but they don't shut up. She's got about 12 of them straight here. Anyway, back to learning about me. What are some fun and interesting facts about me? Not a lot. Well, fell pregnant at 17, had a baby at 18. She's now going to be 16 in a few months. That makes me feel a bit sick. But she's amazing. She does makeup too. And I think she's just smashing it at the moment. She's this good now. I dread to think where she'll be in a few years' time. She says she wants to be a nurse, but I've got a funny feeling she'll end up going into the makeup industry because it's her passion. And she does it more and more now. Yeah, she's doing very well, regardless of what she wants to be. As long as she's happy, I'm happy. What else is there about me? I grew up in Marlow. That's the name of my children. So I've got one called Marlow and one called Henley, which is a place. Oh, this is the Born This Way concealer, and I've got it in the shade Pearl. I'm just going to quickly, before this dries, spray my beauty blender. Oh, the light's got it now. With just a Revolution Tasty Peach. I think it's a priming spray, but I just need a damp beauty blender. I forgot to run it under the tap before I started, and I don't want this to dry. Yeah, so I've got one child called Marlowe, one called Henley, because I wanted to name them after my grandparents, where I grew up with them, which was Marlowe, and Henley was my granddad's favourite place. But I didn't want names that were old-fashioned, so Alan and Sylvia just didn't work for me. So yeah, we decided on Marlowe and Henley. I'm glad we did now, because it suits them so much. My son's called Henley, and Marlowe, people do get it mixed up because I think it might be a boy's name in another country, because I've had a couple of people say to me that that's a boy's name, but it's not. Marlowe's girl's name. Sienna Miller's daughter's called Marlowe as well. I think we've heard of one more as well, another friend on the internet is called Marlowe. But yeah, so that's why I named my children that. Not I'm talking about my children today. After I had my first daughter so young, I then went on to do a business administration apprenticeship with the Ministry of Defence. I actually completed it early and stayed with them for about another year as an administrator, which was alright. But then the company went bust and I moved over to working as an administrator in a hotel for a little while, which was awful because people there are just not very kind people, don't want good things for you. Just, yeah, not a very nice environment to work in at all. It was not fun. And then my dad got sick and hurt himself. He broke his hip, and my family needed somebody to take care of him on a more full-time basis because him and my mum weren't together. So I gave up work for a little while to help take care of him. When I gave up work, it was on the understanding that it would be temporary, because obviously Dad wasn't well, so we didn't think he was gonna. Oh, this is the Kevin Aucoin SX06 concealer. This stuff is insanely good, but you only need the tiniest amount, otherwise it just goes all weird. As you can see, I'm literally using it. Can you even see that? And it goes miles. Yeah, so I looked after Dad for a bit and found a house, settled down, got married, but Dad was not having none of it. Who wanted to be around? So that's when we had the twins. And Dad, sorry, barking again. And Dad deteriorated slowly after that. He did really, really well though. We only lost Dad last year in October, so it'll be a year and about 2 weeks. And he did incredibly well considering. I think it was like 8 years he got his diagnosis. And then, yeah, just trooper, absolute trooper. I'm going to set my under eyes quickly before they dry, which they probably already have. This is what happens when you talk and do makeup at the same time. It gets a bit confusing. I'm just going to set my under eye with the Too Faced Cocoa Contour set. I'm going to use the light highlight quickly just to set the under eye. That's the only place I'm going to set. I might actually do the oily area in my T-zone quick, because I get really oily. I've got all really combination skin. It does get oily in the middle. That's it. And then I'm going to take my contour brush. I'm going to use the medium just down the cheeks. I'm going to build this up really slowly. If I can do it there. Just slowly going to build it up because I don't want to ruin it and make a muddy face. Just do it bit by bit. And they tell you not to make that face, but I can't help it. So yeah, here I am. I did a course at the beginning of the year, a makeup artistry diploma, and after I passed that I started in January doing makeup on other people, but it was very early days. Like, I wasn't anywhere near ready to go and do bits and pieces. It was just a trial thing really, and it was going well until Corona came along, and then I couldn't do it anymore. So up until I guess March, I didn't have the confidence to post any pictures of myself or my work, so I was kind of stuck in like what I was going to do. We were all on lockdown and I'd just passed my exams, but I couldn't do anything because I was like, I can't post pictures of myself, I hate my face, but it's the only way I'm going to ever learn anything, get some work and some feedback. So a local business who I know the woman who runs it. It's a place in our local town that does all the beauty stuff. I sent some pictures to her and said, look, do you think, these are worth posting? And she was so reassuring and lovely that I decided I'd give it a go. So I started an Instagram and literally have been posting ever since. I've now got an Instagram and a Facebook page, and I've never, it's so weird because before March I think there was probably about 10 photos of myself on any social media, and I've now got hundreds, which is really strange. But yeah, my confidence is growing every day and I'm nowhere near where I want to be makeup wise. Like, I mean, some of the people I follow are insanely talented, and it just reminds me every day that I need to work a bit harder to get where I want to be. At the moment, I don't think Corona's going anywhere, so I need to try and figure out my place online, I guess, and see if I can make this work from home. And if people like I'm just using the deep contour shade now to just deepen it up, add some depth, just buffing it out. Yeah, if people like me and like my stuff, then maybe I can continue doing this from home one day. I mean, it's not like I'm doing anything else right now. I may as well try. So that's pretty much my story really. That was easy, wasn't it? I'm not a very interesting person. I'm just a mum who wants to make something of herself, and right now it's impossible to do that without putting my children in danger, so I need to figure out a way that I can work from home. And makeup is absolutely my passion and my hobby, my love. Like, that's what I love doing. Right, I think. Why does that look so dark in the camera? I wonder if it's the lighting, because on here it looks absolutely fine. Don't know. Let's see if we can work this out. Just gonna go in now with the medium highlight, which is like a yellow shade. Just dab it over all the other areas to make it look like my face is highlighted. Because I've got quite a round face, and I don't think without all this it would look very, just look like a potato. What's it look like a potato? I need to add some depth to my face. And I love this contour palette because it's just great for every day. Once I've got that, maybe, oh, it really is looking weird on the camera. Why? Don't know what's going on there, guys. I don't really know why the lights are making me look like I've gone orange when I haven't. Just sit back a bit. No, it makes it worse. No, we'll see. We'll see what it looks like at the end. So find out. I think now I'm going to do blush. I'm going to use the new Beauty Bay blush. I haven't tried this yet. Bloom. It's quite nice. Oh, it's got a little shimmer to it as well. A bit right at the top. What do you think? I like it. Reminds me of the Charlotte Tilbury pillow talk. How funny. Beauty Bay stuff's amazing though, to be fair. I haven't really bought anything from them, or I haven't been impressed. Good price. Good website. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Why is the camera making it look like that? I hope it doesn't look like that when I edit this, because that would be hilarious. Anyway. I think we're nearly done with the base. Just got to put a highlight on. And my eyebrows, obviously. So highlight, we'll go with another new one. Beauty Bay Glaze. See what this is like. It looks like Cookie from Benefit. Oh, sugar. Yeah, that's way too much. Going to look like a Christmas tree. We'll buff it out. Be fine. I can always fix these things. Just, yeah. We'll buff that side out. Fine. Just got a big powdery brush. Thing is with highlight, if you're in your 30s, or not, well, there's lots of people in their 30s that don't have this as well, but I have like texture to my skin because I was a smoker for 10 years. I don't smoke anymore, but I was when I was younger. So my skin was damaged then. I never used to use SPF, so my skin was damaged then. I had acne all the way through my teens, so my skin was damaged then. So I have texture, I've got scarring, I've got... Shut up! I'm so sorry. Why do I look like that? Oh. What is happening? Something is not working with this lighting. Anyway, I think I'm going to use the Rimmel eye pencil and just dark brown. Just Rimmel, yeah. My eyebrows are tattooed on, so all I need to do is just put some colour into them. We're going to ignore the dogs because if I wait for them to shut up, we're going to be here all night. And I can only film for a very limited time. So let's just power on, shall we? Moving on, let's get my face looking normal. Because at the moment I look like an Oompa Loompa. Oh my god, they don't shut up. Anyway, with having your eyebrows tattooed on saves you a hell of a lot of money in brow products because you literally just need to pop an eyebrow pencil over the top. It's that simple. You don't even need to like figure out where the bits go, which I did for like 10 years because I kept putting it off to have it done. I was too scared. It didn't even hurt. Wish I'd had it done sooner. But if you're thinking about doing it, do it. This light is too much, I wonder. Putting some definition in the eyebrow. That's what we're doing. Anyway, done. Eyebrows. Oh no, actually, I'm do my little trick. So I use a little white eyeliner, it's just a Barry M one. I'm just gonna literally do the lightest, thinnest line underneath. Just barely see it. And then a little tiny brush. I normally use a Real Techniques brush to just buff it out. I know lots of people carve their brows, but this is just how I prefer to do it. It just puts a little tiny highlight underneath and makes them look a bit sharper. Who doesn't love a sharp brow? Could possibly not love a sharp brow. Buff it out. Buff, buff. That works, right? Oh, if you cock it up, pencils are ready. Perfect. That'll do. That'll do. Okay, and now I'm going to put some colour on, I think. So, of course, for the green look that I did on Instagram, I used this palette, which is the Mama Mitchell. You can't buy this anymore, but as long as you can get something similar, all you need is I use Mafia and Mardi, which is a really, really deep green. You could find just a deep green, that would be fine. And a black, obviously. I'm just going to prime my eyes with the MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre. And you only need a really tiny amount of this. Just pat it in. If you were doing like a really intricate eye, I would recommend doing the eye first and then your base, so that if you have any fallout you can just wipe it off before you fix everything, before you finish. But this isn't too bad as long as you don't let any of the black fall out, which I won't. I'll be extra careful. Probably thought this through. I probably should have done my eyes first now, thinking about it. Black, sparkly green. Let's hope I don't cock this up. If I do, lesson learnt, eh? So, both eyes primed and ready. I'm going to zoom you in so you can see what I'm getting up to. Sorry, but it's the only way. Posture is caring. Just need a brush. So zooming in. So now that we're up close and personal, you can see the base all patted in, and we'll start with the Mafia, which is the black, on a little brush, and I'm just going to start dabbing it all along the waterline. Just tapping it in, not blending yet. Just want to get the colour in there first. It's going to look really crappy until it's all on there, so no judging. From the corner of my eye, I'm just going to flick it up so I've got somewhere to follow with the colour. Still tapping the colour in, building it up so it gets darker and darker. I mean, remember Mitchell palette is crazy pigmented anyway, so if this was a cheaper palette, black, you'd be here a lot longer than what you are now. Just going to keep patting it, but this time I'm going to let it get a little bit. Now I've hit my crease, I'm going to let it not get as dark, so I won't put as much product on now, and I'm just going to start bringing it out slowly, and then slowly going to buff it. Into the shape. So once I've got like the shape that I want, which is, as you can see, sort of like a oval, that's the shape of my eye, so I've just followed the shape of my eye. I'm going to go back and put some more colour at the bottom so it's like black, the deepest black. But not at the top, because I'm going to buff that out in a minute. I'm going to take another brush. A fluffier brush this time, slightly bigger, and I'm going to put Mardy on it, which is the really deep green, and I'm going to start patting that in to my crease, which is where it slowly starts to get lighter. I'm going to pat that at first as well. And then once I've got that rounded, I'm going to start buffing out the edges without putting any more product on the brush. I'm just going to move the brush around the edges to create like a smoky effect. Bring it right the way around the black. Okay, starting to smoke it out a bit. Sorry, stop filming there for a second. So, and now I'm going to take an even smaller brush, fluffier brush, and I'm going to put, I think I'm going to use Miracle, which which is like a lighter green, just to take the right on the edge. Just to put a bit more green on there. All the way around as well. I'm being really gentle. I don't want it to be a harsh line. Again with the dabbing and then buffing. And then we'll just work that all the way around. So you're just going to keep going back now to the black, make sure the black's worked right in. And then the deep green, the Mardy, and don't be afraid as well. I mean, this is quite a dramatic look. You don't want to do it small, you want to go big. So you bring it right the way up. I've got like a hooded eye, so I always bring it right up, otherwise you wouldn't be able to see any colour. You totally useless time spent doing this if you can't see the colour. So now, as you can see, I'm just wiping some of that off. We now have like a smoky green eye. This is, I mean, you could go out like this and leave it matte, but that's not what I did, so I'm not going to leave it like that. I'm going to quickly grab a tiny brush and go around the bottom of my eye with the black right in the just under the waterline. Like I did with the, so the black goes all the way around the outside of the eye, and then smoke it out a tiny bit. That's where I always get stuck because my eye water's here. I should have put some primer on, but I forgot, so we're going to have to pat away, which is annoying. You want to bring the black down but not too far, and then go in with the Mardy, the really deep green, and just round the edge, buff it. I mean, the colours are so strong, you only need the tiniest amount. As you can see, I'm slowly bringing it down, so it's like a really smoked effect. Oh, I'm actually crying now. I'll cover that in with a black eyeliner, I think. It's just going to keep weeping now. So, I don't know if you can see that. Now that you've got all the base colours that you want on, I'm just going to grab the other palette I used, which was the Urban Decay Stoned palette, and it was the green shade in this, which is called Jade, that I used over the top. I'm going to get a packing brush. See, I don't dampen it or anything. I'm just going to put a bit of product on there, and then I'm going to start at the bottom. This goes all the way over, and then we work it all the way up. Again, patting first to get the product on. I mean, this palette, the Urban Decay palette, is stunning, so you don't need to work too hard. It's going to do most of the work for you. It's beautiful glitters. And then I don't want to go all the way up because I want to use my finger for some of it. So I'll go up to just underneath the line, I think. And once I've got enough of it on, I'll use this finger and then start patting it on. Taking it all the way over the lid and then up the lid, right the way up to the colour. And round. You can see the glitter is just incredible. Very sparkly. It's very Halloweeny or Christmassy really. You get away with this for both. Definitely. Just going to make sure it's around all the colour. And then I'm not going to put it underneath the eye, I'm going to leave that matte. Use my little brush again because my eyes are weepy again. Where's a patch? Where's a patch that you can't cover? Anyway, let me just grab the liner. So I use Huda black liner just to put in my waterline. I might put a bit on that patch as well, because that's all I would cover otherwise. That's covered it. Well done, Huda. Thanking you. I'm going to do underneath my waterline as well. Probably have to do it again once I put some mascara on, but at least that's done. So that is that eye nearly done. I will pop some mascara and lashes on and do the other eye. Yeah, pretty sure I'm happy with that, and then we'll finish the look. Okay, so stuck some lashes on, instantly makes it better. And I've finished off the other eye, as you can see. All very glittery. You have to make your mind up whether you want it for Christmas or Halloween. This just, I mean, reminded me of Wizard of Oz, green and red. I don't know why. I think it's the Emerald City. And our shoes. This is Morphe Mila. I think green and red normally you have to be quite careful with pairing so that it doesn't become gimmicky, but I don't know, I just thought this worked. This is always the hard part. You don't want to put all this effort in and then mess it up at the end. I'm not doing anything over dramatic. This is actually my lips. I've been blessed with quite alright lips. I don't think I need anything done. It's about the only thing that is alright. About the only thing I wouldn't have worked on. Okay, so once that's done, I'm going to go in with this is Huda Promotion Day. So nice. Look at that. Oh, ho, ho. Huda, you are so amazing. me run my finger around it. Pretty happy with that. Although, no, I just need to do the top quick. That's better. Now I'm happy. And then just to pop over the top, I'm going to use another Beauty Pie oil, but this time the colour is Cherry. Cherry O. And just gives it a gloss. Oh, and they've started again. Never ends. There we are. And then I'm just going to go in quickly with some highlight. Not that I'm highlighted enough. My inner corner. Yeah. These Beauty Pie highlights are good. Just be careful and don't do what I did and slap it all over your face before you realise how strong it is. A bit up here. This could so be a drag look. God, I love drag. Do it without even thinking now. Right, I think that's me done. If I just quickly spray my face. I used the Peaches and Cream one from Revolution today. Oh, it smells so good. Sweet, let's try. And then I'm going to sort my hair out, come back, and then we can talk about it. So this is the finished look with my hair brushed-ish. To everyone who asked me to recreate this, thank you, because that means that you liked it, and that's pretty exciting. You actually liked something I did. It's you. Very sparkly. I still think this is more Halloween than Christmas, but each their own. You want to wear this for Christmas? You could definitely get away with it for Christmas too. I think there's nothing else to say other than one more thing. I just wanted to say a quick thank you because, like I was saying before, that when I first started makeup and the whole lockdown thing, I don't think I've ever felt so isolated in my whole life. I'm quite isolated anyway because of my circumstances. It's just made things about 50 times harder. So when I started looking up on YouTube on things to do, and sorry about the barking, and I fell in love with these women who were amazing and inspiring, and then yeah, they've really helped me. So I joined a Patreon group a few months ago, and I don't really know how I lived without them now. I speak to them every day and I love them all. They make me laugh and we've cried, and I mean the makeup world is just insanely supportive. I've seen a million groups on Facebook that are bitchy and nasty and horrible, and yet the makeup people are all lovely. They are 1,000,000% behind you. They're wanting to help each other out. They're generous, they're kind, they're thoughtful. I've been incredibly lucky enough to find a group of people that are like just amazing women. Like, makeup's not just makeup anymore, it's actually a whole community, a whole little world that you just don't know about until you enter it. And now I'm part of something that helps me every day to feel like I'm understood and accepted and helped. Yeah, it's a pretty good feeling when you felt alone for a long time. But let's not get too soppy because that's just ridiculous. Anyway, if you're watching, girls, love ya. Yeah, I'm out. Bye.